I think there might be this stigma that video or photo or just creative people in general aren't social, they aren't approachable, they're not people. I'm not a people person. That whole saying, right? You hear that a lot. I just don't like people. I don't like being around. I just want to be tucked off in a corner. Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. Almost anything creative is a group collaboration, and you're going to have to work with other people, whether it's the client, whether it's talent, whether it's other crew members, the producer, whoever it is, you've got to work with them. And so it's really important to always be positive. And that can be really hard, especially when it's late nights, early mornings, you're tired, you're worn down. Maybe you've been working back to back, week to week, over and over and over again. Maybe it's a project you're not all that enthusiastic about in general, but no matter what, you have to be positive because it is a collaboration. It is a social environment, and you can't just go hide away in a corner and take a nap. You have to be approachable and you have to be presentable. And the biggest part of that is just being positive. And you might have to fake it. And hopefully you can fake it long enough to where it becomes the norm and how you just are. But I know that when I first started, I was very reserved and very off to the side. I didn't really want to talk to people. I wasn't a people person. I just wanted to operate my camera and stay in my little window and not worry about everything that was going on around me. But that's just, it's not the reality. People don't like people who are like that. They don't have confidence that they're going to do good work. And although it might feel easy just to kind of shield yourself away and not worry about what's going on around you with the other people, it doesn't make for a pleasant experience for anyone involved. They don't think you're going to do good work. Ultimately, you probably don't do good work because you're not collaborating, you're not communicating, and you just have to push yourself outside your comfort zone. Most of the time, you're working with people who you've never met, complete strangers, and you have to be friendly and approachable. Sometimes that's just making stuff up and like talking about sports or stuff that you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not a big sports guy. So when people start talking to me about sports, I'm just like, oh, that's cool, that's neat, but I really have nothing to contribute. But I'm still act like I'm invested and I'm interested in what they're talking about. And I usually am because they're new people. It's very rare that you have the opportunity to meet so many new people, especially because most jobs, it's day to day. You go into the office, you go and you meet with the same people. With what we do, it's always new, it's always fresh, it's something new and unique, and you're always meeting new people, new clients, new people who are on camera, new people you're working with, and that's really fun and exciting to meet that many new people. And if you don't like that, if you're absolutely like, no, I draw the line, I will not ever be that person, then you're probably in the wrong field. If you say that you can't be positive, you can't be approachable, you can't be social, you should find a job where you just go hide in a room and take a nap, because that's what you need. The people who work like a cashier at a regular job, they have to be positive and friendly to every single person who comes up to them, even if the last person was a total jerk. That's the kind of person you have to be. Customer service. How often do you go to a restaurant or fast food place and you just get terrible service? How does that make you feel as a customer, as someone who's paying to have a good experience? And you go in and it's someone who's just having a terrible day and they want nothing to do with you and they're completely disinterested. Well, you're paying good money for their service and they're not giving it to you. Same thing for creative work. If you have a client who's paying you, treat them with good customer service. Be positive, be friendly, engage with them. Just like when you go to a restaurant and you have a really good server who comes over and is chatting you up and talking and explaining things to you and being friendly, being positive. That could all be an act. That person could be the biggest grump in the world and they might go home every day and just hide in a room and take a nap. But when they're on the job, when they're working, they're doing their best, because most of the time it involves them getting a good tip likely out of it, but it's also their job. Those people aren't going to stick around for very long if they're being unapproachable and unfriendly. They're probably going to get fired, they're going to get a talking to, and their boss is going to have to tell them, hey, you need to be more positive and more friendly, like I'm saying. So if you just do that now, and then people will think you're a rock star and they'll think that you're amazing when you go in there and you're being that positive, friendly person. I know I keep repeating myself. I do it a lot, but it's because this point isn't that strong. It's just really important that you understand how important it actually is to be that kind of person. So just keep that in mind next time you're out and about, even just day-to-day life. Be positive, be friendly. It's a good attitude to have towards the world. No one wants to talk or hang out with somebody who's grumpy all the time. It's just not fun. So don't be that person. Be positive, be friendly, and hopefully that will get you where you need to go.